Well, howdy there, ladies and gentlemen. I think it's around about time for I could totally get into that. Draw! Thanks for coming back to I Could Totally Get Into That. I'm James.
And I'm Ben.
Back to distill all your favourite geeky things into these bite-sized chunks to totally get you into them. Delicious. This episode is about Red Dead Redemption, a video game by Rockstar. Synopsis! It's the early 1900s and the world is changing rapidly. We join the old gunslinger John Marston as the Bureau of Investigation are forcing him to round up his old gang and holding his family hostage.
Wait, so it's a Western?
Yes, Ben, it's set in the old wild, wild west. That said, it's set at the death of the old west when the ways are kind of disappearing and technology is violently pushing its way through the frontier.
That's awesome, James. So now I get the genre, the setting, but tell me more about this John Marston.
John Marston is the epitome of the bad guy doing good, the anti-hero. He has all these strange justifications for the fact that he used to run in the gang, but now he just wants rid of it. And as we play him, we maybe come to see the futility of trying to leave a life like that behind.
Alright, so we know about John, the main character, but tell me more about the other characters. Is there anyone else that I need to know?
We've got Bonnie McFarlane, a ranch keeper who saves John's life and is kind of like a one-way love interest that John's completely oblivious to. There's also her father, Drew. Sheriff in the next town is Marshall Lee Johnson, and he leads a pack of less than useful people to keep the law. You've got the thief and snake oil merchant Nigel West Dickens, though he probably wouldn't like me calling him that. The grave digger Seth, and the drunkard Irish.
Awesome, so we got those characters, but how do they interact with John?
Cool, John's a gunslinger. That comes in quite useful for one of the parts in the game. It controls and looks very similar to the Grand Theft Auto series if you've played any of those. It's a third-person game, so you're looking over John as he rides and runs and drives through the game. And you've also got something called Deadeye.
What's Deadeye?
Deadeye is a bit like bullet time. It's a mechanic that slows down time so you can get shot. Something you earn by being really accurate when you're not using that. When you've got a really fast enemy that you just want to catch, Deadeye comes in really useful. The main storyline revolves around a lot of different missions which are so well written. It's literally like a Hollywood spaghetti western how good they play out.
Cool, so I get the gameplay, I get the world, I get the characters, but why do you love this game so much, James?
Well, Ben, for all the flack that video games that contain guns get for apparently fueling every single violent act that's ever occurred in the world ever, Red Dead Redemption for me is one of those examples where video games really cross the borderline and become art. The story's really well written and exceptionally acted by all the voice actors that are part of the game. I'm not afraid to admit that this is one of the only games I've ever cried to because of some of the moments in it are just beautiful. There's a moment at the start of the second act of the game when the sound effects fade down and you think something's going wrong with the game, and then all of a sudden this song just fades up. And it encompasses everything that could possibly be wonderful about that moment in your life. The moment that it comes after, it's just such a wonderful juxtaposition. Another example of how great Rockstar are at making games is that you know how much trouble DLC gets in all the time?
What's DLC?
DLC means downloadable content, Ben. It's something that normally comes after the release of a game that you can pay a few more pounds for online to expand your universe. The DLC for Red Dead Redemption is so good, it's actually a standalone game called Undead Nightmare.
Ooh, go on!
The great thing about this is it means there's two ways for you to totally get into the universe of Red Dead Redemption. If you like the cowboy element, then go for Red Dead Redemption Vanilla. It's just sensational and you will love it. But if you don't like the idea of running around as a cowboy and want something that's just a bit more hilarious, get the Undead Nightmare games and you get to make a blunderbuss that shoots zombie bits. Thanks for watching this very swift episode of I Could Totally Get Into That, Red Dead Redemption.
Bang bang! Be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter to be the first to find out about new episodes of I Could Totally Get Into That.
Don't forget to like and subscribe down in our doobly-doo and leave comments below the doobly-doo of things you think we could totally get into. We've proven already that we will do that.
We'll do anything!
Almost anything.
Anything!
I won't do that.
Oh, credits!
Check out our latest video. Like this video. Subscribe to our channel. And check out our partners, Creator X.